welcome back to Wealth and Travel on a Dime. Today I am going to do yet another tutorial. This time it is going to be on the Walmart Spark app, how to do curbside delivery orders. I'm not going to go over the shopping orders today because that is its own little beast. We're going to just do the curbside only. And I'm not going to go over the onboarding because the onboarding process is the same for any app that you do, whether it be DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, Spark, whatever. So we're not going to go over onboarding. We are going to go over from the time that you get the app, go over the app, and then we're going to do an order and complete it. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way, if there's anything else that you're interested in doing that I have tutorials of, if you like this one, you'll be able to go back and watch the ones on the other apps. Let's get started on this app. First thing you're going to do is open it up. I got mine open here. All right, go to the top left-hand corner where the three lines are. Click there. First thing you're going to see on there is trips. If you click that, you will come to a tab that says offers and trips. If they have an offer out there right now, it'll be shown right here. But if you click trips, it will show you your trip history, anything that you've already completed and how much it paid or how much you accepted the offer for. Go back to the three bars and you will see the next thing down is earnings. Now, whenever you go into earnings, it'll have your history of your earnings back a few months. But if you click on this week's, it'll give you a breakdown of the daily, but it'll also tell you your unconfirmed tips that are on the top. So that might not be included in yet because the customer has up to 24 hours to change their tip after you deliver their order. Okay, go back to the three bars again. Next thing down is notifications. This is where you'll get notifications of maybe you forgot to start your trip and it'll tell you you should start your trip, or there's extra earning opportunities. Maybe they have some incentives out there, how much you made on your incentives, just different little helpful things. The next thing down is your zone. If you click that, it is going to show you your zone and it's going to show you the hotspots on your zone, just like DoorDash or anything else does. It'll give you a little bar at the bottom that'll tell you the days and times that it's a little bit busier. Okay, we're going to go back. There is a help section. Here you can contact support if you have any issues or problems. You can report an issue. Problems if you're not receiving orders, to try and troubleshoot that some. Next one down is vehicles. If you choose which vehicle is yours, mine is set on my primary vehicle being an SUV because I drive my CRV a lot. Then they will send you more orders geared to the type of car that you drive. Okay, let's see. The next one down is your metrics. Now, these are a little bit different because it's on the last 50 orders that you've done. And also, it as long as they are in the green, you're doing okay. Obviously, you want them higher than, as high as you can get, and you'll get more orders. But theirs is off the last 50. And if you scroll down, it kind of explains how they come up with your ratings. Also, if you keep those in the green currently, and as far as I know, it's always been this way, you'll get a free Walmart Plus month membership if you keep those in the green. The next one down is an incentives program. Usually there'll be something here that'll say, make for sure you click on those whenever you go in there. A lot of times in my area, it'll say like from 3 to 10 p.m. you get an extra $3 or $4 per curbside order. Those, I've racked up a lot of money on those. I don't have any right now. Let's see here. Your referral code is the next thing. Refer and earn. You can earn referrals. I will leave my referral code down in the description below. So if you guys happen to actually want to sign up for Spark after you watch this tutorial, then you can use my code and you can earn money for that. All right, so the next thing down is certifications. If you click on that, it's going to show you different little videos you can watch on how to do Spark. and then there is settings. So this is where you could tweak your app a little bit. There's not a lot of tweaking to do on the Spark app though. It's pretty much just as it is. I really did not see many changes that you can actually make. All right, let's go back to the home page. And on the home page, you'll see that you can see your store location at the bottom, trips or earnings. That's for easy to be able to get to. In the middle of the app, you'll see proximity to hotspots. If you do that, the closer you are to the store, the more offers they say you're going to get. I do believe that happens. I believe if you're within 300 feet, you get the offer first, and then they kind of keep spreading it out. If you look in the top left-hand corner, see where it says Spark Now? Click on that, and you can click on how long you want to work on there, and then just click on Turn On. Now, I will say there is no scheduling on Spark. You simply turn on your app when you're ready to work, and they will start sending you offers, and turn it off when you're done. So I have mine turned on. Let's see if we get an order, and then I'll take you along. Okay, so looks like it says that we got a new offer. It's for $9.70. It's 2 drop-offs. It's going to say 3 stops, but one of those is going to Walmart. So it's not great. It has a $1.40 tip on it. One order has 7 items. Pretty simple, no waters in there. The other one has 11 items. Let's look. You can see what they have ordered. No water on there, so it should be nice, pretty simple orders. I think that we're going to go ahead and accept this order. The time to pick it up is 2:45. It is 2:31 right now, so we got about 14 minutes wait time. All right, we have accepted it, and all right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull up into their curbside parking, but we cannot do that until around 2:45. I usually don't like to be up there more than like 2 or 3 minutes early, because they will not let you pick the orders up any earlier than 2:45 if it has a time on it. If it's ASAP, go right on up there, get it picked up. All right, be back with you whenever we get ready to pick up the order. Okay, so we're up here in the curbside order pickup. It is exactly 2:45, so we are going to start our trip, and then it's going to ask you to confirm your arrival. We've confirmed our arrival. Now it's going to ask you what parking space you are in. That way they know where to bring your groceries out to. So we're going to select that, and we are in 7 today. Hit save. Now in a few minutes, whenever it's ready, it will change and it will say ready on the app. When they get out here, they're going to ask us for our driver code, which is 2585. They will put that in, and then we will have to scan all of our barcodes to make for sure that we have all of our orders. The code is 2585. And then we're just putting them both in the back.
I thought you were saying like 3 orders. I was like, wait a second, what is there? You're like, what?
Alright guys, so we gave them the code. We're going to hit code confirmed, and then it's going to ask us to start scanning our labels. It says for quicker scanning, to make for sure that you do that after they've already loaded. And then all you simply do is scan the barcode that they gave you. And you're going to do this on each order. When you are done, you're going to slide it over for done scanning. You're going to confirm that all the labels were there whenever they put them in the car so that you know you have your whole order. And then you're going to hit complete pickup. It is awesome. They're wonderful. I always get out and help them load my car. One, because I want to know where the groceries are going, that they don't get mixed up. But two, because it's very helpful to them. They're loading all day and they appreciate the help. So the next thing we are going to do is we're going to start our first delivery, and then we are going to hit navigate on the screen. It's going to ask you which app you want, Maps or WAS, to do that. I always use Maps. Hit start, and let's go get this delivered.
664 north.
Okay, so we are at our delivery, so we are going to do confirm arrival. Sorry for the noise in the background. And then we're going to rescan their label again. After that, we're going to do done scanning. Yes, we're at the correct address. We can knock on the door whenever we deliver. And where are we going to deliver it to? We're going to deliver it to the front door. It gives you lots of options there, including hand it to the customer. Submit that. Now it's going to ask you for proof of your delivery. We're going to take a photo whenever we take it over here. Let's get these groceries on their porch. I also confirmed there was nothing that fell out whenever I took it out of there. Take my picture, hit OK, and complete the drop-off. It's going to ask me if I want to give them more information, like if it's an apartment or not. I don't. And now we're going to start our next delivery. Hit navigation, and let's get this other order delivered. Alright guys, so we are here for our next delivery. So we are going to hit confirm arrival, and then we are going to scan our barcode. Okay. Put yes, we're done. Yes, we are at the address. This customer has requested that I hand the order directly to them, so that's okay. We understand that. And then I'm going to have to get the customer's signature. So sometimes whenever you go on these deliveries, you're either going to hand it to the customer, or they're going to request that you hand it to them and then they sign for it. And whenever you do that, then there just is this signature thing here that you're going to do. But if for some reason you couldn't find your customer or contact them, there is a place on the bottom that you're going to just slide up, and then it's going to say what's your delivery issue. You can't find the address, can't access, customer unavailable. You can submit that, and then it will have you return the order to the store. I've never actually had to do that though, because usually most customers are on it if they've ordered. And a lot of them are leave at the door. Probably 95% is leave at the door. But I am going to get his order in here to him and have him sign, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so we got that order delivered, and he signed on my phone with his finger and did the signature thing. We hit OK, we hit continue, and now we just have to slide over complete drop off. Now, it'll ask you how was your experience at this stop. It does that after every order. You can give a thumbs up, thumbs down. It'll ask you a couple more questions. I don't usually do that. I just hit skip. Now it's going to show your main home screen again, because now you're waiting for orders again. But if you want to see your trips, you can go to that trip tab and go over to trips. And it'll say, here is your trip history, and it'll show the orders that you have completed for ever, I think. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, it just keeps scrolling. So you'll be able to see all your orders that you have completed, but now you're back to the home screen and you're waiting on your next order. That's all there is to it as far as delivering your curbside orders. If you have any issues at any time, there's always you can contact support. They'll help you out. They are absolutely great. Honestly, they answer pretty quickly. I really like this app. But if you haven't already, make sure you go down, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial.